Relatives of coronavirus victims are taking legal actions against the top Italian officials for alleged criminal negligence over their handling of the pandemic. The group of 500 family members will be filing a civil lawsuit seeking compensation of nearly 100 million euros. The lawsuit mentions Prime Minister Giuseppe Conte, Health Minister Roberto Speranza, and the President of the Lombardy region, Attilio Fontana. The petitioners say that it was the administration's negligence that contributed to the death of more than 70,000 Italians.
One of the main reasons for the decision to push millions more into Tier 4 in England is the rate of new infections, with fears that this is being driven by the new variant of the virus. But this afternoon, the Health Secretary revealed that 2 cases of yet another variant have been detected in the UK. This one was first discovered in South Africa. Tonight, the government said it was temporarily stopping flights from there from 9 a.m. tomorrow.
South Africa, where another new variant of coronavirus is causing alarm. Scientists say initial evidence suggests it's more infectious than other versions of the virus, and doctors are reporting more young people who are seriously ill.
This new variant is highly concerning because it is yet more transmissible, and it appears to have mutated further than the new variant that's been discovered in the UK.
The 2 people found in the UK with this variant are being quarantined along with close contacts.
Engineers lined up, bags packed, their temperatures checked before boarding as Australian aid, construction equipment and trucks are loaded onto HMAS Adelaide. 750 defence personnel deploying on a Christmas Eve mission to help our Pacific neighbour. A week ago, Fiji was smashed by a Category 5 cyclone.
Tropical cyclone Yasa has destroyed many homes and many schools and affected villages in remote areas of the primary island of Vanuatu.
23,000 Fijians were forced to flee their homes. At least 4 people have died. The cleanup has barely begun. The Navy's largest ship packed with supplies and the helicopters and landing craft to deliver it.
As we're headlining, 3 drivers have now died while waiting at the busy Beitbridge border post. Traffic at the post with Zimbabwe has been at a standstill for over 5 days now. At least 11 other people dying earlier this week while waiting to get into Zimbabwe.
Good afternoon, Jeremy. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to correct you. It's now 4. And the circumstances are just this, that trucks are standing in queues that are 20 kilometers long on either side of the border. The guys are sitting in their trucks because they can't leave them for a number of reasons. First of all, is they don't want to leave the trucks unattended. Secondly, if they leave their truck, then somebody will take their place. So temperatures on those trucks are something like 43, 44 degrees. The guys don't have access to water. They don't have access to food. And of course, there are no toilets or ablutions. It's a pitiful state of affairs.
Well, food laws have just changed in China. These new draconian, almost prisoner-based laws epitomise the mentality of Beijing in 2020. And the backward direction leader Xi Jinping is taking his nation. Diners who don't eat all their food at restaurants in China will be fined under a new law designed to reduce food waste. Now, the law bans waiters too from luring and misleading diners in ordering too much food. They'll be required to remind customers about avoiding waste. So much for hard-working Chinese restaurateurs who want their customers to order as much as they can afford in a banquet to make a profit. I know, you will strive for mediocrity under the CCP. Local governments will be in charge of inspecting plates and ensuring every last crumb has been consumed.
Pada, nego gori, požar.
You're watching the desperate efforts to save a man's life on board a plane. A hero passenger is performing chest compressions.
He was unconscious. He wasn't breathing. I didn't feel a pulse at all.
Tony Aldapa, an emergency room EMT, was on board Flight 591 from Orlando to Los Angeles when just 20 minutes into the flight, a passenger lost consciousness.
United 591 emergency. Male, 61 years old, Santa Cruz.
In video obtained by TMZ, Tony and two others took turns performing CPR while the captain made an emergency landing in New Orleans. The man was rushed to the hospital where he died. It turns out, Tony says, he was suffering from COVID-19-like symptoms and boarded the plane anyway.
I asked his wife basic, medical questions. What's his medical history? Has he been exposed to anybody that has COVID? Has he had any COVID symptoms?
And what did she say?
She told me that he'd been a little short of breath and that he had not been diagnosed with COVID. She said that they were getting tested when they got back to Los Angeles.
China launched an investigation into the country's biggest tech company, Alibaba, on Thursday for suspected monopolistic behavior. It's the latest blow for company co-founder Jack Ma's e-commerce and fintech empire, and part of a wider, accelerating crackdown by Beijing on its booming tech industry. According to officials, China's financial regulators will meet with both Alibaba and its affiliate Ant Group in the coming days to discuss an alleged practice that in China is called choosing one from two. The practice requires merchants to sign exclusive cooperation pacts, preventing them from offering products on rival platforms. The People's Bank of China on Thursday said that the meeting is to, quote, guide Ant Group to implement financial supervision, fair competition, and protect the legitimate rights and interests of consumers.